Hello, it's Bobi aka Paginator, and today we're going to make a Kintsugi inspired Masterboard that will then be turned into little cards. So I first learned about Kintsugi on Barbara's channel at 49 Dragonflies, and recently I saw another video of a Kintsugi Masterboard, and I will link that video for you in the space below because I'm basically just following her tutorial. And if you're unfamiliar with Kintsugi, it is a Japanese technique where they repair broken pottery with lacquer that has gold in it. And so the pottery comes out with these beautiful gold lines, and it points out that there have been cracks, but it also makes it much more beautiful. There are lots of discussions about like how to apply this to life, and the idea that I like comes from a young adult book that I read called Donick Walsh and the Reset Button. And this boy was a super bully. He was really popular and stuff, but he's had a massive life shift and he wants to be a better person in his last year of high school, and he decides to try out for the school play. And I think it's the drama teacher that mentions Kintsugi to him, and he's like, what are you talking about? And she tells him what it is about the repairing the pottery and stuff, and she says, so you take something that's broken and it becomes a new strength. And I like that idea. What I decided to do is use some Japanese inspired papers. These are some book pages, and then I have some beautiful scrapbook paper from Stamperia. And we're going to rip and collage all over this. This is just a piece of cream colored cardstock as the base. And we're going to collage all over it and then use gold to fill in the cracks. So all you need if you want to try this is some paper and glue, and then you'll need some kind of gold medium. I'm going to try some gilding wax. I've also got some gold ink if the gilding wax doesn't work so well. We could use gold paint, gold crayons, any gold thing that you have. Okay, I've got the paper bits all glued down where I want them, so I'm going to trim the excess off of the edges. Alright, next step is to add the gold. So, like I said, I'm going to try some gilding wax. I've got some Q-tips here, and hopefully this will work. If not, if the wax isn't working so well, then we'll try some gold ink. If you're curious, this is the color Iced Espresso by Metallic Luster Deco Art. The Q-tip kind of just works like a paintbrush. So, ooh, is that, I mean, okay, when I smush this on my finger, it's dark but very clearly gold, but when it's on the paper, I don't know. Alright, let's try a little bit more. No, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Yeah. So I'm just going to follow all the lines where the papers join together. And this, I'm sure, is going to take quite a while, so maybe I will just turn on some music for you and let you watch. Okay, we've got all the gold done. I think if I go like this, you can see the shine there. I think that looks awesome. So the next thing we're going to do is going to cut this into 4 pieces. I'm just going to cut it in half both ways. And this will become cards, so we'll have our writing space on the back here. And I don't know if these will be cards that I'll put in like Etsy orders or what, but they're going to be cute cards. So let's cut them next. Alright, we've got our 4 pieces, and I have some Lumberjack Plaid Distress Oxide. We're going to ink around the edges. Those are all inked around now, and I have to say that the camera is not picking up the colors in the way that I would like it to. I am using my camera that does zoom all the way out and in, just because my other camera that does the autofocus and stuff is charging right now, so yeah, we're using this one, and maybe it just doesn't pick up the colors quite as well, but this is a lot bolder in reality than what you're seeing here, I feel like. But anyway, next up we need a focal point. I grabbed the rest of this paper stack here from Stamperia. We have some little like sentiments and stuff, We've got some people. There's a couple fish. I thought about maybe fussy cutting around this girl, but I think she's too big. I think what I'd like to start with is fussy cutting around this girl and go from there. Maybe we'll do a fish on one. Alright, I wish I had one more focal point that's a little bit more comparable to this size here, but we have to go with what we have. So we need to pick which focal points will go on which cards. And I don't know, I really like her right there. So let's glue her down. Trying not to overthink this too much, because if I sit and fuss too much with, oh, well, this one should go on this card and this one should go here, then I'm going to totally mess things up. So I am covering up a line of gold, which is unfortunate, but it will not be the end of the world. Okay, next, this card here. Do we want this lady, or this gentleman, or this fish? I kind of like maybe the fish right smack dab in the middle. And then we'll put this tiny lady on this one. Let's see, we have her here, or here, maybe like this. Really just happened. Okay, I like her like that. I actually understood. Some quirk that I've been trying to hide. Something that could help me meet the wizard if I make good. Sorry, I've been watching Wicked today. I am watching the sing-along version. And before the movie starts, Cynthia Erivo and, what's her name? That plays Galinda. You know who I'm talking about. Anyway, they come on and say to sing as loud as you can. So if I didn't sing while I was crafting, and I'm currently in the middle of the movie, well, I don't know about the middle, but I'm at the part where Elphaba meets Fiyero. Anyway, I need to sing to follow instructions. Okay, now, I want to add some sentiments, and I like that the kit comes with some sentiments, but I don't know if they're gonna blend in too much to the background or not. Like some of, like this, she's blending a lot. They're very cool, but I don't know. I want something that's gonna pop out. And in fact, before I even pick sentiments, let's do something to help this lady. And then if we like it, we can maybe try it on the other ones too. So I'm going to take my Black Soot Distress Crayon. And use my finger tool to smudge. Okay, that works. I think I want to go all the way around her though. Not just, sometimes I just do one side, but let's do all the way around. And she pokes out a lot better. I like that. So let's do that around the other ones, and then we'll worry about sentiments. I don't know if I love it on the fish, but we've already done it and we can't take it back. So there we go. Okay, I really want to go wash my finger and then we're going to pick out some sentiments. I think I'm going to do some Tim Holtz ones because they have the black background and they look really nice. I think that'll work great. Since we're talking about Wicked, this is the second time I've watched it this week. How many of you have seen a stage play? I saw it a few years ago and it was phenomenal. And of course, I'm talking about the movie that I'm watching now, and I'm really excited for part 2 to come out. I sat and watched part 1 with my parents, and when it ended and said to be continued, they're like, wait, what? And I just kind of smugly was like, yeah, too bad you don't already know what happens. They were not happy with me. Okay, let's pick out some sentiments here. Okay, we're going to start with Live Simply, Give Generously, and we'll put this on the fish. Right there. So the gal I watched with the tutorial, she did 2 sentiments, like she'd have them on opposite corners and stuff, and just because I want to know what I think that would look like, let's hold one there. Not bad, but also not great. I am really underwhelmed with the fish right now. I'm glad I did the black outline because it was really blending in, but also I think maybe I did it too wide, or I don't know. There's just something very odd about it. Yeah. So if you ever order something from my Etsy shop and you get this card, it comes with a slight apology. I think the Kintsugi part looks really pretty. I just don't love the fish. Okay, this one says stay curious, and we might as well use it, so let's pop that on here with this lady. And then we need sentiments for these 2. Let's do adventure awaits you for this gentleman, because he looks like he's ready to go. Like, he's got his weapon right there. He's like, yep, I'm on it. Let's put this here. And then last one, this is my favorite focal point, so we need a really good sentiment here. Alright, let's do this one. Live your dream with passion. Here, here, here. And her eye line. There we go. So we have 4 Kintsugi cards made in a Masterboard style, and then with added focal points and sentiments. Alright, like I said before, the link to the video of the tutorial I followed will be in the description down below. And I hope you have enjoyed this one. If you could, please leave me a comment or give me a little emoji, free choice emoji this time. You choose what one you want. And we'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful, magical, and bookish day. Happy reading, crafting, or journaling. Adios.